Hi. So the 3-day tour after the Now Week it's different. It's um, it's not with Gil. It's just with me, and we'll be with an Israeli tour guide. And but really the focus is, I think, it's just about being together, being together in beautiful places in Israel, and just in a much more relaxed mode. I mean, I think the Now Week it's pretty intense. It's awesome. It's fun. It's very very rich, and I think you will just really enjoy it. And I think sometimes at the end of that week, there's almost a time where we need to just process things, and in a sense process things in our own space, and not be constantly being fed information. I mean, if the information's there, if you want it. So we're going to do some different things, and different from the things that we've done in the past on a 3-day. Partly because I want to make a little bit of a focus on Ezekiel's prophecy, the Valley of the Dry Bones. And as you probably know, if you know anything about me, you know that that's been a real focus for me in the last few years, with the culmination of the film Ezekiel Out of Exile, which I made to go with the music that I wrote. Anyway, we will take a bit of time looking at that vision. We may do that also with Gil, but we're going to do it in a different kind of a way, because we will actually have a couple of opportunities, I hope, to view the film as a group, and then maybe in a broader sense to make it available where we are going to be for other people to come and see it. So we'll see how that all goes. But let me just give you a brief outline of the 3-day tour. We will be leaving the hotel in good time on the Sunday morning, and we will be heading down to the Dead Sea, to a place called Kalia Beach, where you can just relax, put some mud on yourself, do whatever you want to do. And then after we've been in Kalia Beach, probably for an hour, hour and a half, something like that, really relaxing way to start the day, we will then drive northwards, and we're going towards the plains of Gilboa, Mount Gilboa. A huge amount of biblical history there with with Saul, David, Jonathan, that whole story and scenario. That's one aspect of that. But the other aspect of that is another place called Ein Harod. And Ein Harod is a small place which overlooks the mountains of Gilboa, the plains of Gilboa, and it is a place where I don't know, there's something very special about it, and I want to share it with you. And there's a little bit of a connection with the story of the Valley of the Dry Bones. So I wanted to take you there, and we're going to stay there overnight in this really lovely little place that was a kibbutz, and it's very quaint, and I think you'll enjoy it. And we will look at the film that evening as we overlook the plains of Gilboa. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. The next day we will continue our journey northwards towards Bet She'an, and finally to the Sea of Galilee. And we'll be visiting En-Gev, we'll be visiting Capernaum, we'll take a ride on a boat on the Sea of Galilee, on the Kinneret, and we will also fit in that time as we make our way to the Golan Heights, and we will be able to just be on the border there with Syria, and I hope spend a bit of time praying and interceding, and also worshipping together. And we're staying that night in the Galilee in a beautiful hotel called Hotel Kinar, which is right by the Sea of Galilee. And I'm hoping also to do a screening of Ezekiel there, and of making it a wider to a wider audience. Then on our last day, on the Tuesday, we're going to continue our journey, and we're going to stop at the city of Akko. You may have been there before. I'm not sure if some of you have, not with me though, but we're going to visit a very interesting place which will have a special interest, I think, to those who are of English descent, whether you are from England now or whether your family came from England. There's a huge history there with this museum called the Underground Prisoners Museum, and the whole story is told through films as you move from one room to the next. And I know, as a British person, the first time I saw this, it really talked to me. I felt really stirred in my spirit, and obviously it was during the time of the British Mandate. So I think you'll find that really quite special. And then we will continue to Zichron Yaakov, where we have been before with the groups, and I hope that we'll be able to meet up with our friends and worship together there in their home with Alyosha and Jody. So we'll see how that works out, and we'll finish off in Tel Aviv by the beach, where our hotel is right on the beach. So that's basically that's the plan. And I'm sure it's going to grow and change a little bit as I hear more and more from the Lord as to what He really wants to focus on. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be different, and lots of time to worship, to pray together, and I think it's going to be a really special time together and building relationships in a different way, obviously with Yeshua at the center of it all. So don't just come on the Now Week, come on the whole thing if you can. That would be awesome. And that's all for now. Sending you much love. I'm in cold, snowy England right now. I just arrived last night from Israel, and it's kind of strange. It looks more like Canada outside my window at the moment. Anyway, bless you all, and sign up soon, please, because we just really need to know that we have a big enough group to actually be able to go ahead. All right, bless you all. Bye.